Hi, I'm Hunter from OlderNDumber. Do you like our content? Well, you should think about supporting us on Patreon. That way you can get access to episodes a week earlier than everyone else. And you can see May's notes, where she talks about how awful we are at this. Anyway, enjoy the show, dipshit.
That's good.
How's the weird sounds, May? Carter's mic wasn't even attached when we started setting up. That's how much he's fucked with it.
I didn't do anything.
You're fucking with it right now.
I was trying to get in position.
Your thing
Reverse doggy.
Your thing had been spun too much that it just kept going like it just like would
I think
fall.
there's
When my thing is spun too much, the same thing happens.
there's a pill for that, Joey.
Why are you guys spinning it? That's
Like
my
a helicopter.
Oh, that's helicoptering.
Helicopter
That's a different
time,
thing.
yeah.
Tropical bear hug.
When they get spun on.
Damn.
That's a different thing.
Tropical Bear Hug by Goose Island Beer Company. You know, I stopped at the Ithaca Tap House, and I was like, I bet I can run in here and get a six-pack of something local.
Nope. You know what we never do anymore? Carter.
He's too far away.
We gotta go to him.
And your arms are too short.
There you go.
Who bought beers?
Me, again.
You didn't buy the thing that you said you were going to buy.
What did I say I was going to buy?
Remember that drink that David had at the store when we were building it out?
Oh, right.
And you were
Lesbian cookies or something.
Lesbian cookies?
Can't remember what it was called.
Never have I ever heard of a beer called lesbian cookies.
May back me up.
Beer companies out there, you found your next flavor.
like,
I
and
thought
the babies don't want to
I
watch
don't
Yeah,
think
I
it's
was
that
scared.
outlandish that there would be a farming simulator anime.
Yeah, I was scared for a moment.
I mean, there's a whole esports league around it. So
Anyway,
why aren't we doing that?
esports farming simulator?
Yeah.
Well, we'd have to play farming simulator and learn how.
How hard
first.
can it be?
It's probably just
farming
like
simulator.
StarCraft.
You were probably a genius at it.
I do like simulation games.
Yeah. Like you should be making $1 million at fucking farming simulator tournament.
Yeah, they're all in Europe though, so I'd have to fly.
Seems like a Euro game. The game. I want to
a
play
very
Trucking
Euro.
Simulator.
Trucking simulator?
Yeah, where we all go and we take a path across the country with our goods. And it's just us three.
Like we
truck
just
simulator.
drive and we pretend like we have CB radios.
Yeah,
and we're
exactly.
just
This sounds like a great. For our 24-hour
make it
stream.
happen, yeah.
For our 24-hour stream, we're gonna
It's
play
just
trucking.
trucking.
And we just
Holy shit.
We gotta make it. We gotta make it to the West Coast in 24 hours.
we all have fake mustaches.
Yeah.
We'll have
On top of our
we'll have our real- yeah.
on top of our real mustaches, we have fake
Mustache
mustaches.
on our
All
mustache.
aviator glasses and trucker hats.
Oh shit.
May, tell us in your notes what your trucking simulator character is.
Yeah, your trucking name. What's Joey's is just Slooty truck.
Big sloot.
Hey, big Slooty truck. Big Sloot.
This big sloot here. How you doing over there?
I don't know, I kind of feel like an idiot sometimes. Although I am an idiot, so it kind of works out.
Did you eat a lot of paint chips when you were a kid?
That's so funny. Last time I heard that, I laughed so hard I fell off my dinosaur. Put that cookie down now!
That is the most real, authentic, hysterical laugh of my entire life because that is not a plan.
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Welcome to another episode of Older and Dumber, the podcast about three dumb friends just trying to make it on this planet we call
Earth.
Nice job. I like it. What is going on, guys? We are here for another day of talking and shenanigans.
Bursting with
always-
notes of mango, pineapple, peach, and citrus.
Where did that just come from? Oh, bursting with notes of mango.
Holy
I see. They put
fuck.
too many flavors in it. As always, we have button-up shirt, an undershirt this time.
I always
Didn't
have
have
an
time to
undershirt.
take it
He
off.
has to, he
always
has
have
to
an
wear it
undershirt
at
on.
work so that the
There's literally clips of you without your undershirt.
I'm pretty sure I usually have the wife pleasers on.
wife
Why do you call
pleasers.
it a life
Because you can't call them wife beaters anymore.
Yeah, it's
Who said you can't call them
prejudice,
anymore?
Matt,
I want
the
you to say it
patriarchy.
real slow.
Wife beater.
What do you think that means?
Beater of your wife?
Yeah, that's why it's a wife pleaser now.
But they're not. They're worn by people that beat their wives.
No, it's new
That's
century
why
now.
it has the
no,
name.
they're 70s style
That's the-
now. They're just wife pleasers.
God. Anyway,
If you have to call it something else, call it an action top.
yeah, sure. Action top. Oh, because all the action stars wear it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Demon Slayer Corp trainee himself, running around looking like a man. Box cardboard dude himself.
Box Kugo, you might say.
Box Kugo. And co-owner of Cantrip Cards and Games, Carter Ruttle.
We survived a week,
Another week.
our first week.
Oh, first cantrip week is in the books. Feels like 2 weeks,
It does
but
feel like 2 weeks.
Well, we're at the end of the second week.
yeah.
Right, because
Because we've played there twice, so.
yeah,
We're at the end of the second week.
there you go. Yeah.
Anyways, to my left,
Mm-hmm.
You bitch.
I'm glad that the
Joy
patrons
Schichtel,
have been-
aka Slutty Mage.
Wow, I didn't get
Nothing
anything.
cool, just his
What do you
name
mean?
and
There was a
tag, and that's
bit. What do you
it.
mean? There was a bit.
It's no, the only people who are gonna get that bit is Patreon.
Yeah, May's
Yeah.
just gonna cut the dead air out.
No,
of
May,
it.
keep it in. Put the music, the elevator
Patreon
music
exclusive bit.
in. But WoW player extraordinaire,
Speaking of
pro WoW
May,
player,
Pro WoW player.
Joy Schichtel, aka Slutty Mage.
I just had to start my next character so that I had a character around Hunter's level, so I didn't quit playing. That's how you beat him. Cerebral
Just keep
assassin.
making new cerebral assassin. Just keep making characters so that you'll never be over leveled.
Speaking of May, what a bang up job on the last episode. You almost made it feel like there wasn't an incredible amount of I'm going to murder my friend on the other side of the table tension during
You watched the whole.
last
You watched the
podcast.
whole thing. Nice. Yeah, that was a pretty tough episode for sure.
For some people at the table, yeah, I agree.
Especially Carter. I could see murder in his eyes the whole time.
Because I like it when people get to play D&D.
Let's not start this again. I
starting
told
it. You've
Hunter
already started it.
I told Hunter I'm making a resolution to be a better person and not fight with you as much.
When did you make that resolution? When did you tell me that?
The other day when I was like, I'm not going to bother to text Carter because he's just going to start a fight with me. No,
You ended up messaging him anyway.
no, I think when we were talking to May and he was white knighting magic cards.
Oh.
What? You mean when I
But you messaged
Responded to that
already.
message?
No, I don't want to go any further.
I'm so confused.
We're not fighting about this.
You being passive aggressive doesn't mean
I feel like Joey just started something.
I didn't want to, and
But
you
you did
wanted
it.
context.
I needed to know.
I just need the context.
I don't remember this resolution.
Two
It's
people
not
can
even
live
New Year.
without fighting as long as there's no third person involved.
This is where you're supposed to hold my hand, but it's okay.
The one that always needs context. Arms too short to clink cans. Home alone and feeling it. That voice of Hunter Taylor.
It's your boy. I don't know. What's up? It's me, the voice, Hunter, doing his thing.
Why does every IPA taste the same?
It tastes like
it's
IPA.
really
That doesn't taste like
not
tropical.
They taste, yeah,
anything.
it's
not
just
tropical
like,
at all.
Oh, here's another Christmas tree in a
Well,
can.
it's also because it's 9.9% alcohol content. So it tastes extra beery.
Don't put it there.
You can't waste it.
We're gonna get through this together.
Oh God, it's really not good. Carter's is almost gone. Oh my God,
Carter likes it.
bro! It's got like 8 different flavors. They couldn't pick one, so they were like, just put them all in.
No, they're all tropical flavors. I
But
like
they're
this.
all
I like
different
this
types
bear.
of tropical flavors.
Patreon. What do you think about this bear?
The
He's
bear's cool.
pretty.
Hunter, how's my week?
You
it's
saw him
great.
at the gay bar. You go home with him.
Only if he's on cocaine.
He seems more like, you know what? He actually seems like he'd go to both bars and just see who he can get.
Yeah.
He'd go to the
When
gay
the
bar
bear's
and be like,
hungry,
yeah,
it
he's
eats.
just like, hey, dudes, and then none of the dudes are like wanting to go with him. He goes, oh, fine, I'll go to the other one. And then he's like, hey, ladies, and they're like, nah. And he's like, man, guess I'll go home and hug myself. Bear hug.
Are you feeling it? Are you feeling Michaela gone? Is that what this is? You're depressed? Are you going home and hugging yourself? Is that what's happening? Are you the bear?
Hugging with myself. Whoa.
Hugging with myself.
How was your week, Carter?
It was good.
Cantrip week 2.
Cantrip week 2.
We're going into the busy season of Marty's, so...
I thought I was going to say cantrip. We're like, how do you know what your busy season?
We're going into our busy season.
Actually,
I guess.
I think we're going... Technically, I think we're going into our low season for cantrip.
Yeah,
because all of the
college kids are going to go home.
So we're going to see what are the
to their rich families.
The Ithacan regulars are, minus the college students. So
they're probably just
it's a high season right now for Marty's because all the college students are leaving, so they're shipping or storing everything they own. Low season probably for cantrip, but I'm yet to see. So far, we've averaged what we need to average, not counting the big days.
I thought you paid all your bills on opening day.
Yeah, we did, but
so you don't need to average anything for the rest of the month. You won.
We want to see. I want to see
you
that.
Won.
Like, I want to see that like every day we're hitting the average that we need to hit, which is good because eventually we won't be able to pay ourselves if we hit that average every day. Once we get everything up to spec, like making the back room into a back room. But anyways, it's been good. Really busy with Marty's and cantrip combined right now because high season at Marty's and just opening cantrip is a lot of not sleeping and getting home super late.
Yeah, we thought you were dead the other day.
Hunter, when the clock strikes 12, Hunter's like,
if you're not home, I'm like, dude, you're not home. Like, it's the next day. You have not touched the premise of this building in almost 24 hours. Are you okay? I care about this guy. And he's like, fuck you.
I don't like you to care.
He's like, how dare you care about me? I think it's empty.
Yeah, but it's been really good. Cantrip's been busy. We had our big event on Saturday, so we wouldn't have talked about it on the podcast, but we did over 3,000 in sales.
The Glory Hole contest.
Which was really good for us just opening. So
I threw up a softball for him to say what the event was, and I guess it is the Glory Hole contest.
Multiple events. So there was a raffle going on all day for a bunch of prizes that were pretty expensive. And then there was Commander all day for a fee, and then there was a modern event.
These guys are charging table fees.
It was just to enter the raffle.
Oh, okay.
It was basically just like, oh, you play Commander today? You don't have to, but if you want to be entered into the raffle and you want dinner, then it's $5. And then we had 2 drafts, a modern event, a sealed event, and a pioneer event. I think is all the things.
Damn, that's many.
So we had to borrow tables from a local community center, and we had 60 plus people in the store for most of the day.
Wow.
Damn.
What were we doing that day, I wonder?
Yeah, doing dog shit.
Free comic book day.
Dumb stuff.
We were for comic book day.
Shh, it's not our turn.
Other than that, it's been just like every day going to the store. I work 2 jobs now, except one of them doesn't pay me.
Nice.
Right now, but it's been good.
Sounds like you have a job and a hobby.
No. Because the hobby makes money. I just don't take the money out of the hobby.
I see.
Right. How was your week, Joey? What did you do?
Comic book day.
There was nothing else you did this week?
I just worked at Cantrip and there was
You
D&D.
didn't play any D&D?
Oh,
There were some good sessions.
You thought it was stupid, he told me?
No, I didn't. The Monday session was really good. We had some really good role play and character development, so that was really good.
I'm very excited about this arc.
I literally said it. It was a great session, a lot of good role play, and some character development and characters that, I didn't think Harper could ever be, a little downtrodden. But he's downtrodden?
Downtrodden?
Is that the correct word?
Downtrodden.
Yeah.
Upset.
He's
Depressed.
not upset. Like, he's depressed. He's
There
not
you go.
he's not upset. Like, he's just kind of depressed right now. And
if we were to look up
has some light PTSD.
If you were to look up Cinemax.
Skinamax. We get some blurry porn.
He has some light PTSD from his year of adventuring.
D&D's complicated, guys.
D&D is complicated.
He's seen
Dude, Sam all the time is like,
But Joey's character has gone through a lot, and it's Harper can see that. He has a pretty good insight to like, oh, you've been through some tough shit,
Seen some shit.
and Harper is like he hasn't processed all of these things that have happened over the last year of adventuring, a year or two of adventuring, and this last thing, like losing Fick, his anchor, and losing, like almost dying permanently, like has sort of triggered all of these like emotions and PTSD of past things that have happened that he hasn't processed because he's been like.
I'm gonna start making Carter roll G100s every time he long rests.
You're gonna have to get a list of his nightmares.
I'm just gonna be like, you were almost killed by a dragon.
Every time, no matter what he rolls.
No matter what.
I was tortured for like 3 days by a
there's that one too.
vampire,
He keeps talking about that, so I guess I could throw it in.
Anyways,
Vampire torture.
I've been role playing Harper like he's just gone through some shit because he has just gone through some shit, and Joey's character seems to understand that people have gone through some dark, deep shit, and we're in this arc, sort of learning about each other's characters, and it's cool. It's a good session. Starfinder was a Starfinder session. I sort of purposely like went like this.
Starfinder was a session, all right.
I sort of purposely that session went like this because me and May had our session last session, so I was like, all right,
I feel like you
hands off.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna interrupt your week.
It was like
I got feelings.
Okay, so I was like, okay,
I got feelings.
I had a roleplay purpose. I had a roleplay purpose to do this because like not Harper.
You don't even know
You don't
what
even know
your
your character's
is.
name. Belle.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Belle's very sensitive about a few things in his life, and one of them is his race and like where he comes from and losing everything. So when someone belittles that and says he's less than because he's a certain way,
Less than X, that because Y.
so he sort of just shuts off. So for most of the session, Belle sort of shut down, and I let Joey sort of take the reins a little bit. So that's my week. It was good. A lot of good sessions. Joey, how was your week?
Well, you
Shook
know,
it too much. She almost died.
pretty chill actually. We did Free Comic Book Day, which is always good. It's good to get down there to Sound, go around and hang with Jay and
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Joe Holly, Emily Swan. They're all good dudes.
Are you like already drunk? Like what the fuck?
Just chugging, baby. Just chugging.
Hunter and Michaela, we got them doing free sketches. That was fun. Put the pressure on. Apparently Michaela hasn't drawn before, and I was like, here, draw.
Lies.
Oh, bro, it was like she was like, oh, I've never done this, and then it's fucking like masterpieces.
Yeah, she
I'm
was
like,
doing real good. Like,
I was like, which one is yours, Hunter? And he was pointed to his, and I was like, oh,
I made him
Michaela's
guess.
way
I was
better
like,
than you.
I literally made him guess. I made him look at the thing we did, the
collaboration,
the
drawing.
mashup,
the jam piece.
the jam piece. Thank you. I was like, take a look and guess what you thinks whose is whose. And he goes, oh, he's like, oh, that one's yours, right? And like points at like, I don't remember which one you pointed at. And I was like, nope. And he was all like, wait, which one's yours? And I was like, that one's mine. The like cutie, or you were like, that one's Michaela's. And I was like, nope, that one's mine. And it was the like the cutie Gamora. And he was like, what? And I was like, but we all did it. Can you guess whose is whose? And he's like, that one's Joey's, and then pointed at Joe's, and I was like, no, that's Joe's. And he's like, that one's Joey's, pointed at Emily's, and I was like, no,
nice. He doesn't know anything.
I was like, no, and he goes, that one, or then that one's Joey's, and then pointed at the rocket. I'm like, yeah, and he goes, holy shit, that one's Michaela's. I'm like, yeah, and he's like, what the fuck?
I was like, what the fuck? She's way better than you at drawing.
I was like, you fucking ass. There's different kinds of art, Carter.
We went Pokemon card hunting. It's been good to be out
There's
on
only
the
one
hunt
kind of
for
art.
something
It's
again.
Yeah.
I was out today again hunting for Pokemon cards. Yeah, it's been good to be like out on the hunt for something again.
I will say it has been fun going places and then being like, all right, let's start looking through all the Pokemon and see what we can find. That's been cool. I mean, then again, there's only been like
We went
3
to
shops or whatever.
Cantrip friend, Dragon Master Games. Got lost many times.
Dude, Dragon Master
had to
Games
do
is great.
100 YouTubes.
They
They have
got
an
2-story,
awesome
like-
space.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
and they're
that's a dope
awesome
store.
people too.
Yeah.
They're just good people.
Yeah, it's a dope store.
Shout out to Dragon Master
I mean,
Games. You get
they did
more
come
than
up to
one.
us and be like, "You guys are idiots. We closed at 7 o'clock. Get the fuck out of here." But
We did feel bad. We didn't know they closed at 7. We thought they closed at 9.
What time did you get there?
We got there at like
5 o'clock, and we're like, "Oh, we
Okay.
got time to like do this, and then we're gonna go see Guardians of the Galaxy." And then they're like, "It's 7 o'clock. Get the fuck out of here." We're like, "Where'd 2 hours go?"
What the fuck? So we didn't go see Guardians of the Galaxy, and then
Took the Challenger to get a bath today. I like that car wash. That car wash that everybody's like, "This destroys your car." It's
it's been more than a year since they opened, so I'm
does
sure
a
it's
real
fixed
good
now.
job. It hasn't been a year. They opened like this year.
No, they did not open in 2023.
Did you give her a good?
Yeah, I got down and licked the tires.
You were like,
Do a little foot fetish on her.
sucked the exhaust pipe.
I got one character. I'm almost to 60 with Akumi, and I just started my Volpera character, Ara.
What? Oh, and
August
My
30th.
fox person monk, because there's fox people
There
in
it is. It's pretty cool.
in WoW now.
August 30th, 2022.
Okay, so it
almost
has
a
not
year.
had been.
Almost.
No,
Almost
not
a year.
even. It's been like
What
6
do you
months.
mean we're like 2 months away?
No.
6 months? Do you know what that time?
Do you?
I hate you. I don't even
So what
care.
did you get at Dragon Master? Did you get anything or?
Nah, I mean, I bought a lot of singles.
Their space is
For the
awesome.
harem.
I
Yeah.
love their loft.
Yeah, they've got a cool space.
They paid like $4,000 to start everything there, or like $5,000 to start up everything there.
That's wild.
Damn,
That's cheap.
that's
Fucking
like
Binghamton, bro.
yeah.
The
You gotta-
Binghamton, like
you open a business in a war zone, it's cheap. Imagine
yeah.
that.
In Binghamton, they were like, the
Jesus.
realtor was like, "Please take this off my hands." The
But I
water
think I might
damage
be
is
going up
insane.
to Millennium tomorrow
Millennium
in
Games.
Rochester. Yeah,
They're
do
good.
a little Pokemon shopping up there. But yeah, we played some D&D. We played some Starfinder. I got
Did
got a
you
little date going
did you like?
with the pro.
Sure.
With
I have
the
a question
prof.
for you for Monday session. Did
Yeah.
you like the role play that we did?
Did you?
I did.
Yeah, I mean,
Did you? Were
Carter
you?
already
I mean,
made
I
his
have a
week.
new
You're
character,
up.
so
No, I'm asking him a question about his week. Like, did your character, from your character's perspective, feel like, oh, this is like a natural, like he's been through some shit, or was it like, oh, he's talking to me, he's employing me, so I must talk?
well, yeah, I mean, but that's my character, right? She's actually been through some shit, so
Mm-hmm.
no, like it's okay. I think that exchange on the airship was good. We
Yeah.
had an exchange on the airship,
You did do that. Yeah.
and now we're in a tournament arc
Yeah.
with my
Dude.
character who's horribly scarred by the war that Hunter set up in his world. And he's like, "What if you just fight for fun?"
If you want to work and get money, that's what you got to do.
Some of us can't be grossly independently wealthy because we found a vault full of
Independently
platinum.
wealthy. Come on, we went in there as a party. It just happens that all of the party is gone besides 2 of us.
Damn.
Plus,
Damn.
there's another half
And only
of that vault.
only two people are benefiting from the wealth of that
Damn.
discovery now.
No, you're benefiting from the wealth of the party fund that you stole.
What?
Everything up from when Rune joined our party is on Joey's character sheet for the party fund.
Just take all of that shit.
Yeah.
One fic left.
So, like, I don't care. Harper didn't mention it at all because he knew that all of that stuff was gone.
Damn. So what about Starfinder?
You know, Race
Said
did
you had feelings.
Race things. I don't. Do you have feelings? I'm ready.
You said you do.
I'm ready to go eat vegetarian with this hot professor.
She is
There you go.
hot, to be fair.
So I
I'm
think
gonna suck on her antennas.
what the fuck?
I'd suck on her antennas, to be fair.
I will say I think now's a good time to mention it and say this, but
I'll munch on those antennas.
I don't know. Obviously,
It's not gonna happen because now we have to find her kidnapped friend.
No. So I will say this: it's wild that you didn't notice, but her character model is a reused character model for a different
yeah,
NPC.
I'm pretty sure you had used that one before, but I can't
Damn.
remember.
Was
what
it like
part
the
of
session
campaign
with the
it was.
scientist? Like one of our first
No, it
sessions where
was
we
like,
landed and there was like dinosaurs and like.
No,
Did you reuse it for the case carrier?
no,
Where did you reuse it?
it was the same character model I used for Miss Joss, the lady from Ashel Extractions.
Oh, we thought she was
yeah,
hot
yeah.
too.
Yeah. The person that Joey's character had a huge fight.
Yeah, hated, but was secretly like,
But the reason
Out of
why
work,
is because when I was looking up all the NPCs I needed for this, she came up and I was like, okay, I need that one. And then when I was like, okay, Miss Joss, that picture came up. I was like, oh, okay, that's Miss Joss. So I put it in. And then when I was looking up the character for Professor Mwali, then this popped up in the actual book of her. And I was like, fuck. Like, I bet you no one's going to notice.
You know, we almost had that go real bad, but then, you know, I sorted it because I'm a diplomat.
I don't care what people think. I don't know if you've realized this about Belle.
Honestly, I'm
Don't
surprised
care.
you didn't pistol whip Brain Man like 4 or 5 times till he was just like, I'll
Dude,
apologize.
racist piece of shit, Brain Man.
Yeah,
Damn.
well, I'm not arguing that point. I'm arguing the point that Bell didn't just pistol whip him 4 or 5 times until he agreed to apologize.
To be fair, Belle is trying to make this party work and cares about you guys. And it seemed like you didn't want Belle to just go ham taro on literally everything that crossed our path.
Hamtaro. Nice.
Oh, God. That's about it.
Nice.
Hunter?
Stop.
Hammer time.
You know, I have to ask because Joe is waiting for it. Joe Holly's waiting for it. So,
Gotta put it on a t-shirt.
Hunter?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get any rolls this week?
Oh, Joey, did I not?
Wow.
Yeah, I
Dude,
did.
this guy only cares about Uber anymore. He doesn't care about rolls.
Joey, I haven't gotten any roles because there's no studio for me to go to. And each week I have been cucked about if there's going to be a studio or not.
I heard David,
Each
it was
time-
like, I got something going.
Uh-huh. And then that didn't happen. So I am still waiting. Now I'll go ahead and talk about my week. We played D&D on Monday. It was a lot of fun, and I'm really happy to get to the tournament arc. I think it's going to be a good time. All of the character NPCs are a lot of fun, I think. All of them have really cool backstories, and I think their characters are fun.
I feel bad for some of
Shigi's
them,
my
that's for
favorite,
sure.
so.
Oh, I noticed.
Of course, because he's brutal and he doesn't care about anything.
Yeah.
Besides death.
No, that's a joke.
That's
The Ranger guy is my favorite, I think.
The frog.
Because
Yeah,
he's a
he's my-
ranger.
Yeah, Beastmaster Ranger. He's my guy.
Except an illegal Beastmaster Ranger.
He's my dude. How? He has a beast.
Frog.
It's a giant frog. It's a beast.
Pretty sure the giant frog is above the CR level he's allowed to have.
He's a.
It's not, because I looked it up for direct to have, and it's one of the ones you can have.
No, that's a different class you were looking at. That was
I
a
was looking
homebrewed
at
class by Rob.
Beastmaster. I looked at Ranger, Beastmaster.
It can only do 1/4.
He's a DM. We've had this argument.
Yeah,
before. He can do
it's
whatever
the
he
classic-
wants. He could have a dragon if he wanted.
Good.
Ancient.
God damn it.
What did
Kazoo.
you get? The
It's Kazoo, the
No, they're
kangaroo
still
with a
deciding.
red kazoo.
They're
How
still
long are they
deciding.
going to decide? Are
I
they
don't
just
know.
jacking
They're-
off
they're
over
like-
your voice audition?
That's them. This guy's so good.
Oh, God, he sounds like a fucking
Oh
kangaroo.
my god. Ah. Oh my god.
We're going to make so much money off these idiot kids.
To be fair, your audition for that was really good. I think it was probably the best
Yeah, I
audition
love
you've done so far.
the video mock-up of it.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Got to give props.
They're still deciding, so I don't know. I
Is
check
I wish
it
they
like,
would tell
I
you
check
like
it like
if,
literally every day. So.
I wish
Someone
they
like
were
my
to,
knock-
like could tell you if you were in the deciding factor, so they wouldn't lead you on.
So yeah, there's that. All right. Starfinder was fun. It was a very roleplay heavy session.
You know, I had to make an apology to you because I wanted the module to run like it was intended. Because I could see on poor Waylos's face that we had ruined everything.
Willis is like, this is fucking insane. I don't understand what's happening.
Racism, way loss, racism.
So yeah. So this week, I picked up this lady. So I was.
Was she hot? Was she a MILF?
No,
I need to know.
not really.
Was it Lisa Ann?
Did you
No, it
pick
was
up?
not. No, Lisa Ann is not just in Ithaca looking for an Uber ride.
Who's Lisa Ann?
You don't know adult film star Lisa Ann?
May, go ahead and insert a clip.
Yeah,
of
just
Lisa Ann.
put a picture of Lisa Ann, please.
I don't understand.
Because
Who is that?
hang on, I got a phone call.
She's an adult entertainer.
Nurse.
So I had to go pick up this person. Let's call them Nancy. So I had to go pick up Nancy.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
What do you want from us right
To
now?
not do what you just did.
Did you know that each day in America, literally dozens of furries start and end their day without a fursuit? These poor furries go day to day living a lie. Their personas locked inside their non-anthro bodies. Angelo lives in abject terror that the world will never know just how edgy Dark Shadow Night Hauler truly is. The furry Angelo is on the inside. Meredith knows in her heart that she was meant for scaly Fuda dragon knots, but only Chloe Flamex could withstand such powerful furry love. These stories are a true tragedy of the modern age, and you must be asking, how can I help? Hello, I'm Joey from the Older and Dumber podcast. We at O&D don't know what you can do to help these poor souls, but you can help support the podcast by joining the Patreon and buying our merch. For as low as $5 a month, you can help bring quality content to listeners just like you. Please help to support Older and Dumber and the people who make it, because sometimes I draw furries.
I was driving.
Yes.
And I had to pick up a lady.
Yes.
Let's call her Nancy.
Not Lisa
So
Ann.
I pull up. No.
And Nancy's
So I-
not hot to be.
Not really, no.
Is she like a 5 or a 6?
Or a 4 or 3. Or a 6, maybe.
Like a 4 or 5.
Okay.
Anyway,
I mean,
so I pull up.
It depends on her personality, but
Yeah.
You know.
So I pull up to this house, and it's got tons of people out front sitting on the porch. It looks like a sorority. Just a bunch of girls out there, all sitting on the porch, blah blah. And there's this lady
Can you
sitting
show
on
me
the
a
stoop.
pic of Nancy?
I don't have a pic of Nancy.
No, you do of your Uber.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, no, there is a profile pic of the
Of
person
me.
you picked up.
Not of the person you pick up. Just says their name.
You can rate them.
Yeah, you can rate them.
They don't have a profile pic when you rate them.
No. You don't make a profile picture when you create an Uber.
Me and Joey were gonna rate her, and now you've ruined that content.
Just go.
Wait until you hear who she is, first of all.
She's Nancy, and
Oh
she's
my
a 4.
God! I pulled up to the house at 3 a.m. and I was like, oh my God. So I pull up to the house and there's this lady sitting on the stoop.
Uh-huh.
I'm to find out that's Nancy.
Okay.
So Nancy has her bag and she comes over to the car and she gets in the back seat, puts it down, and she's like, oh, hey. And I'm like, hi, what's going on? She's like, oh, I'm having a good day. I say, okay, cool, let's get going. So I start driving. We start talking about why she was here. I'm like, oh, so we're heading to the airport? Yeah. I'm like, oh, were you here visiting or are you heading out somewhere to go visit someone else? No, I'm heading home. Oh, cool. She's like, yeah, I was here seeing my daughter and we went and saw The Ungrateful Dead last night. And
The Ungrateful Dead.
yeah, isn't that what it is?
Not the Grateful Dead?
Grateful Dead, my bad.
I mean, the
So-
Grateful Dead isn't, I think,
Grateful Dead, and then Coin played the next day.
JG's dead, though, right? Like,
Yeah, it's a new Grateful Dead.
So great. They were like, she was like, we went and saw Grateful Dead
I mean,
last night.
Ungrateful
blah,
Dead
blah.
could be a cover band.
That was Grateful Dead, like a little band.
It was Dead and Company, but it
Okay,
had
okay.
people from Grateful Dead in it.
Brooke was there.
Sure.
Yo ho ho ho.
She was like, we went and saw that last night in the concert, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. She's like, yeah. She's like, did you drive last night? I'm like, no. She's like, was it really busy this morning? I'm like, yeah, it's been pretty busy this morning, blah, blah. She's like, oh, it's probably because of that. I'm like, oh. She's like, tomorrow's slope day too, so it'll be really busy. I'm like, oh.
Slope day.
I'm like, what's that? And she's like, explaining what it is. I'm
Where
like,
all
oh,
the college students
that's pretty cool.
have parties.
I'm like, cool, all right, so
And
maybe
get
I'll
drunk
drive and
as
make some extra
fuck.
money. She's like, yeah, you should do that. I said, okay. So, rest of the drive was just sort of like small talk, whatever. We start getting towards the airport. And she's like, oh, hey, I think I put the stuff in wrong. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I don't think it's this airport. And I was like, huh? This is the only airport. And she's like, it's called the tarmac. We have to go to the tarmac. And I'm like,
That's what an airport is.
I'm like,
Tarmac's the runway.
Yeah, that's the runway.
do you guys want to tell the story?
No, I'm just saying. Like, Nancy doesn't know what she's talking about.
I was like, okay, sure, yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out together. She's like, okay, I'll see if I can change the address. And she's like, I can't do it. I'm like, okay, fine. She's like, we need to go to Brown Street. I'm like, yep, I know that Brown Street's the airport. I know that because I drive there all the time. And she's like, okay. So I start going, and I need to turn left to go to the front of the airport. She's like, no, don't go that way. I'm like,
Don't go that
why? I'm like, that's Brown Street. She's like, no, you got to go in the back way. I'm like, they both lead the same way, but sure, I can go straight if you'd like. So I go straight. I take the Brown Street out back, and she's like, okay, cool. So they're like all waiting for me, or sorry, for that. She gets a call, and it's her husband. She puts on speakerphone. And
Oh,
they're
she has a
talking.
husband? Damn. This really
Nancy,
interrupts
really-
our love story.
Yeah, you're bringing me down.
Talking to her husband, and she's like, I'm almost there. They said that they're waiting for me. And he's like, okay, honey, blah, 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 you'll be able to do this and that. I'm like, okay, cool. And then when I heard him talking, I'm like, that guy sounds like a Buco's Buck lawyer or something. Like,
Buco's
Buck. I don't know who this guy is, but he sounds, weird. But anyway, and then we start getting
like
through.
He sounds important.
Yes. So we started pulling up, and she was like, okay, cool. So you're just going to go ahead and drive right up to the plane. Huh? She's like, yeah, they got the gate open and stuff. You're just going to go ahead and drive right up to the plane. I said, what? What do you mean just drive right up to the plane? I can't go on the runway. She's like, no, it's fine. They already said it's cool. They opened it up. You can just drive right up to the plane.
Were you allowed to drive up to the plane?
Okay. So we go and
GTA 5, 3 stars appear as soon as you get onto the airport.
By the way, up at the airport, there is another airport, and it's called like the Terek or Tercock or something, or Terrat Airport.
That's a Tercock if I have
whatever
ever
it is,
seen one,
it's up there.
I mean?
And she's like, oh, it's this one right here. I'm like, oh, okay. So I pull in, and the gate to go onto the runway is wide open, and there's a guy who's like giving me the wave on, and I'm like, fuck. I drive out there. Fucking private jet just sitting on the runway.
Damn,
I'm driving all the way up to it, and I'm like, I don't think I'm fucking allowed to be out here. So I drive all the way up to the airplane, and there's just like people waiting. There's like 8 or 9 people just sitting there waiting. And she's like, okay, just go ahead and pull right up. And I'm like, okay. So I pull right up. I stop. And she's all right, thank you so much. Blah, 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 blah. Gets out and she goes, hi guys. And then walks up to all of them. And then she closes the door, and I go, where do I go now? So I'm just like sitting there going really slow down the airport runway and not knowing like where to go yet. And then there's this guy that's just like, go this way. So I just go back out. But I drove up to a private jet. So that was pretty
It was cool that there was a guy there to help you out while you were anxious.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know where to go. But yeah.
That's wild.
Pull up to a private jet. That was pretty wild. I was definitely like, this is new.
Nancy was a student or?
Nancy is a mom who came and visited her daughter.
But Nancy, if you're looking for anyone.
And I mean, like, I'll fuck a private jet lady.
If you're looking for a
I get some of that. Yeah, some of that private jet money.
Doesn't matter if you're a 4 out of 10, which is what Hunter said you were.
Now here's the other one. One more. So it was almost 10 o'clock at night. I had to drive all the way out past like NYSEG to pick these people up.
Like out in Lansing.
Yeah. So I went and picked them up there, and then I had to drive them. And then I had to drive them back to Ithaca, back on like Eddy Street.
Eddy Street,
which is where like Wings Over is.
Yeah, it's over on College Town.
Yeah. So anyway, College Town. So I go and pick these 2 girls up, and they get in the car, and we're like talking about because they see the lights on. They're like, "Oh, these lights are really cool." Yeah, we talked about WoW. They're like, "Oh, these lights are really cool." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I put them in. I did it myself. Blah blah whatever." I'm like, they're just like stickers, blah blah. And they're like, "Oh." But anyway, we started talking about music. And because I was like, sorry, my playlist is all over the place. If you don't like something, just let me know.
You don't have the podcast on?
It was 10 o'clock at night. Anyway. And one of them goes, oh, it's fine. It's okay. My, sense of, or my type of music genre wouldn't really be appreciated, blah, blah. I just watched the new Celine Dion movie. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. She's like, you know Celine Dion? I'm like, yeah, I know Celine Dion. And then her friend...
Who doesn't know Celine?
Hold on. Her friend goes, who's Celine Dion?
Her friend's an idiot.
And then the other girl is like, how do you not know who Celine Dion is? And I'm like, yeah, how do you not know who Celine Dion is? And she's like, I don't know who that is. And then she goes, well, you've seen Titanic like 50 times. How do you not know who Celine Dion is?
Yeah, my heart will go on, bitch.
And then she says, oh, Celine Dion, the main character in Titanic?
Oh, my God.
Bro, I literally couldn't stop laughing. It was the funniest thing I'd ever heard. This main character in Titanic, Celine Dion? Bro, so we couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, it's who gets fucked in the car by Leonardo DiCaprio.
Celine
bitch.
Dion,
yeah.
So then she was like, you have to play My Heart Goes On. I'm like, all right, fine. So I played it. And then we listened to that song, and the other girl's like, oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
And then I was like, all right, it's your turn to pick something. And then she picked, like, country music and whatever. And then we karaoke'd.
Like, I want to hear my tractor sexy.
And then we karaoke'd all the way to their stop. And then that was it. But it was really funny that she was like, Celine Dion, the main character in Titanic?
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, that was wild.
What else happened in your week?
Michaela left to go to Virginia to see her family.
Oh, my God.
Hunter was a bear who hugged himself.
Yeah, I was a bear who hugged myself.
Tropical bear who hugged herself.
And then
Me and Hunter got high and watched Suits for like an
Oh,
hour.
we did more than an hour, bro. We watched 4 episodes.
Yeah, they're like 45 minutes each. So it's more like yeah. And Hunter like was like, "Oh, Carter's too high to mention One Piece after the first episode."
And I know you really like Suits, so it just worked.
Yeah,
out.
I just
Yeah,
like.
And I've
Carter-
never seen it.
I wasn't
so-
like super high. You were like really high.
No,
and I
Carter
was,
got
There was a
fucked.
point
That's
when
what
we
I
were
heard.
talking about something, and I kept saying the wrong thing, and you were like, "Hunter, no," and I was like, "Why?" And you're like, "Cause it's this." I go, "What did I say?"
Yeah, you were like, they moved down to Florida, and I was like, "You mean Virginia?"
Virginia, and I
What
was
you
like,
just said?
"What did I say?"
Hunter got really high, and I was like, "All right, I love Suits."
We got high, and we ate food.
Yeah, it was a good night.
Yeah,
I
it
had
was
a
good.
lot of fun.
It was good. Other than that, that's about it. I went and played some Commander down at Cantrip. And
Yeah, you've been playing Commander
played
like
a
a
little-
mad fiend.
Well, I
Guys,
mean, I'm able to drive around and then
yeah.
stop to take a piss and then play some games.
I'm saying it
so
was like good. It's nice.
It's nice.
It's fun.
still not going to
it's
buy
fun.
in at all.
No, you are.
You don't need to.
Those two. I sold more cards.
Yeah,
You're back.
you don't need to buy in to be a Magic player. Your decks are fun enough.
Yeah. But
You're not
yeah.
good enough to win every time.
but yeah, that was it. Not
We're
much
only
else.
Supposed to win like 20.
So that's basically my week. Joey, you've been dying to mention your thing, and then I'll do mine.
Do we want to do questions first?
Sure.
or-
What's the questions?
Why do you guys always fight at least once per episode?
Because we love each other.
It's true that we love each other. It's also true that a lot of us do really stupid, dumb shit a lot of the time, and you know it's impossible in our nature not to call it out.
I'm trying not to fight as much. I'm sorry that I listened to that last episode and I'm like, damn.
I just want it to be known truly we do love all of each
not
other.
fight as much.
We love all of each other.
No, like I love
We all
Hunter,
love
I love
each other.
Joey. Like no matter what happens and no matter the fight that we get into each episode, it's not that we're like constantly like at each other's throats. It's that like we're just fucking with each other and like it goes
Too far.
not too far, but it goes loud.
Goes too far.
Like it's old. Like I don't know if
Gets loud and
anybody
too
like
far.
watched Achievement Hunter / Rooster Teeth products, but like
They're
old,
racist. So.
like old Achievement Hunter product
Like
where
Albion
like
21 too?
everybody was like yelling at each other and everybody was screaming at each other all the time. That's where like I watch the most YouTube content. So like I love Hunter and I love Joey and like we fight all the time. That's just like how it works.
Yeah, that's just how our relationship works.
I mean, I'm sorry if it offends you, but yeah.
I'd still lick either of your faces.
Next question.
Is there another one?
I don't know.
Scroll.
You're
Question
looking.
for Carter.
Oh yeah, here you go, Carter.
What are some tips and or tricks you'd give someone interested in opening their own shop? Mr. Businessman.
Yeah, come on, Mr.
So-
Entrepreneur.
Mr. Entrepreneur.
For like a game
Get
shop.
yourself 3 other friends.
Any
like-
shop.
So I can only answer to the like aspect that I was a part of, which is game stores are especially hard to open because you need a lot of opening capital versus other stores because distributors will not give a damn who you are until you are open and you are looking like an actual game store. So you can't like a lot of other businesses, you can just get like distributors and suppliers for whatever you need before you actually open the store. Where game stores, you need to be basically open and spent all of that money to make it look nice to even apply to get distributors.
Do you have distributors yet?
We don't. Like we have our applications in and we just need to see whether or not they accept our applications or not. But it takes like 45 business days for that to happen.
That's wild.
It's fucking ridiculous. It takes so much because of like how COVID happened and before COVID, people were taking advantage of game stores distributors where they were just like, "Oh, I'm a game store," when they really weren't.
They were. They were
ordering-
just selling stuff on eBay instead
Right.
of selling stuff at a brick
Like,
and
they
mortar.
weren't-
Not all game distributors are like, no,
Right.
you gotta have a fucking
You have to have a brick and
four-story
mortar.
shop that's like
No,
fucking
you
Toys
just have
R
to
Us.
have a brick and mortar. But they made it more difficult for all of the
I mean,
people
you have
who
a brick
actually
and mortar
want
and you don't have product yet.
Right,
so.
but what they did is they made it more difficult for each brick and mortar to actually get distribution because of the fuckery that happened with eBay and all of the stuff where people were just buying it at distributor prices and selling it.
Seems
online.
pretty stupid because back in the day you could just get a business license and buy product, which
It's
is
not
what
the
me and
same
my
anymore
friends
because
did.
of COVID. But yeah, we're doing fine. So it's
Post-COVID world.
fine with me. But
Fucking stupid.
just you need to have a good team, and
Joey's out on his porch
as
with
much
his
as
fingers.
people say don't
Back in
open
my
a
day.
business with friends, is
You could
it's-
just order magic cards as much as you wanted.
we've had growing pains with all of our friends that I've opened a store with, but it's been good. Like,
Yeah,
we have professional boundaries.
One of my
which are
favorite
good.
things. I'm gonna interrupt you here for a second, but one of my favorite things about going to Cantrip is going in the back room to play D&D, and having Ryan and Clark come back there and be like, you guys can't be back here. I'm gonna need you to sign a liability waiver because you can't be back here.
And then
It was
me
pretty
being like,
wild.
I don't give a fuck. It's so stupid that you were doing this.
It was pretty wild.
I was like, it's not a big deal. They are our close friends, like inner circle of mine that are back here. Like, if you want them to speak to the camera and say, I will not sue you if we trip over something.
I literally
that's
told
fine.
Ryan the last time I was there, I'm like, I'm not gonna eat any of your paint or play with your power tools. So
Yeah.
The other day, they told me to speak into the camera and say I won't sue them. I looked right in the camera and I said, I will sue you if I get hurt. But it also has no audio, so you can't hear
It has audio.
You said it didn't have audio.
No, I said it did have audio.
Oh, you guys were like, mouth it. And I was like, I will.
Anyways, it's just tough. You need a lot of opening capital and like a lot of interest already in the store you're opening, at least for my experience. Like, we had a lot of product already just from our personal collections that we not donated, but owner's equity to the store. Like, a lot of the singles are either me or David's, like, just not donating, but selling to the store for store credit or for owner's equity that we're not taking out yet so that the store can survive. Like, I owner's equity, like, market value, like $6 or $7 grand worth of cards. So however that much that is, but
$6 or $7 grand.
It's about 6
but
or
like
7
for
grand.
someone selling it to the store, but I'm not taking any of that store credit out.
$6 or $7 grand.
6 or $7 grand, and like David's doing like the same amount for store credit.
Damn,
and it's
that's
just
like
like
15,000.
It's just like you need to be like, you need to care for, that's the biggest thing for opening a store. You need to actually give a shit, and it's going to take personal sacrifice and monetarily sacrificing your funds and your time to make sure that you care and have a community space. And that is how you open a game store. And if you actually give a shit and you actually make connections with people, then you'll be successful. We've been successful so far, like more successful than I thought.
You can be anything and do anything you want.
You just need to give a shit. Like, honestly, you need to put stake up, like your life, your time,
There's
your
your
money.
There's your tip. Give a shit.
Give a shit. If you don't give a shit and you're just like, oh, I'll hire employees to do this, then you
guys should make a shirt that has your Cantrip logo and it just says "Give a shit."
You won't be successful or as successful as you like.
Is there another question?
Yeah, Ree wants to know
pickles.
What is your burger topping? What is your go-to burger topping order? And if you had to choose one burger topping to be wiped from existence, what would it be?
First answer, mayo.
He says pickles, but
as long as it has mayo, I'll eat it. Pickles is the worst. I hate pickles. So that's my second answer to, like, if I had to annihilate one topping from everything, it would be pickles or tomatoes. Because I don't.
Oh, is that
like
what he said? I
pickles
thought
or
he said if you could
tomatoes.
only ever have one.
No, it's like if you could eliminate one topping from burgers forever, I would say pickles.
I would also go with pickles for that answer. But for my go-tos, it's cheese, bacon, lettuce, tomato. In that order.
Yeah. Cheese, bacon, ketchup, mayo.
Cheese is definitely the go-to. Like, that has to be on.
I'd probably cut tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes on burgers. They're weird.
Depends on the tomato. Like, if they cut it all garbo or if they cut it good, like... Any other questions?
No.
Oh, what would you get rid of?
I said tomatoes.
Oh, sorry. You did say tomatoes. My bad. What was your news you wanted to bring up?
So this has been in the media a lot, and I feel like
the media.
If we don't address it, then we're not going to get clicks on our videos.
Oh, jeez.
It's been in the media a lot.
I don't know.
I don't understand.
It's all over.
Oh, this is going to be a joke thing. It's not a real thing.
Comes up you know, we have a lot of it happening recently.
He's getting too serious. It's a joke thing. It's not real.
I'm not going to do it.
What is it?
No, you said it's a joke. So.
What is
Joey,
it?
what is it?
What is it? What is it? We were trying to guess. We don't know what it is.
The only thing in the news is a joke.
That's not what I said.
I mean, there's the major writer strike.
That's the thing I said. And then
The writer's strike?
Yeah.
There wasn't another mass shooting in Texas the other day?
We did
That wasn't
not
on
know
my
about
news
that at
feed.
all. So no, I did not know about that. Is that what you were going to bring up? He's just staring now. I don't know.
A lot of people say that it's not a problem.
Gun laws
And
are
you got a lot of
important.
people.
Stop. We're waiting. We can't. We gotta stop guessing. We have to let him
You
finish.
got a lot of people on the other side saying that everything's fine. Is there a war in Ba Sing Se?
Son of a bitch! You fucking.
You know, a lot of people
fucking
say
cock. I knew
a lot
it.
of people say there is, but you know, the hot lady said there wasn't. So I was like,
I'm a part of the rebel fighters. There's a war.
there's no war because
There's
the
a
hot
war.
lady was like,
There's a war in Ba Sing Se.
I'm just saying, if I was interrogated
eyes-
by that Ba Sing Se agent, I would be like, no war.
My eyes are open. I can see everything. There's a war in Ba Sing Se. I knew you were gonna bring up some fucking. What's more to this though?
That's it.
That's it. That's all it was. You just
Yeah.
wanted to ask that question.
Yeah, but then you guys had to start fucking talking over me because that's what you do every time.
Oh God. Okay, so with that out of the way. All right, I have brought up a nice, quick little topic for us to finish off the podcast. It's something I was thinking about today because I did something foolish today, and I was like, "Why would I do that?" And I was like, "Oh, I realize why I would do that." Oh, we have a new comment. All right, here we go. So, you
What's
guys
the
remember?
comment?
It was in YouTube. I'm not gonna read
What
it
does
out.
it say?
All right, let's go check on that. So, Blue Kitten Cosplay, which, thank you, Blue Kitten Cosplay, for the comment. Please continue to comment and like and share. Says 21:45, timestamp, for, I assume, the newest episode. I was definitely one of the My Hero Academia cosplayers there, LMAO. I hope to see you guys at the next con. I did stop at your booth for a bit. Liked.
So
We
many
love-
kisses
we
for you,
love
Blue
My
King
Hero
cosplay.
cosplays.
Who are you cosplaying? Tell us in the comments of this video.
Boom. 4 episodes later. Anyway. All right, so, guys.
Probably Bakugo.
Maybe. Do you guys remember? You guys remember being kids, right? You guys remember being children?
No. I have no
remember
memories of
doing
my childhood.
weird things as kids? Like just like weird stuff you don't know why. Like you just did it because it's like you had to.
Hitting golf
You
balls
had
through
to
your
try
neighbor's
it.
windows.
Yeah, like you had to do it. You had to try it. You were a
Torturing
kid.
small animals.
Like you're invulnerable. You're invulnerable. You can do
Sure.
whatever, right? Okay. I have a list of things here that I'm going to say, and then you're going to comment on it and either say 1 if you'd ever done it, 2 first if you've ever heard of it, 2 if you ever did it, and if you've done it recently. Okay.
We're not little kids. So.
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
So, first thing on the list is eating or biting erasers.
Yeah.
No, I haven't done it recently. As a kid?
Didn't
Yeah,
eat
remember-
them, but definitely bit them.
Right, eating and biting them and like putting an
Biting,
eraser in your mouth.
absolutely, yep.
Very weird thing.
It's not a weird thing. It's a regular thing.
Would you just run around eating an eraser now?
No, not now.
That's
Again,
what I'm saying.
never
It's
ate-
a weird children's
Never
thing.
ate them
It's
when
a
I
weird
was a
kid thing.
So.
Weird kid thing. So here's another one. Running or dunking lollipops or suckers in water in between licks. Never heard? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
I've done it before.
I did it too.
Yeah, it tastes better.
It does.
It does taste
Dude, I used to
better.
have like a soda or like a Pepsi. I dip it in the Pepsi or a Mountain Dew, and then go run
It tastes
underwater. Yeah, it changes the flavor.
I'm with Hunter on this one.
You never did that or
No.
no? Okay, all right. Here's the next one. Spinning in circles and then spinning back the opposite way to make sure you're balanced.
Nope.
Nope. Just fall over usually.
Do you ever hear of that before? Someone who's just like, they spin one way and they go, okay, I have to spin back the other way one
No,
more time.
usually
to get
they
back
fall
to
over. They fall
tranquility.
over.
All right. I've heard of it. Never did it. Licking your own blood.
Yeah, everyone.
that
I still do that as an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. All right. Another weird one. Licking other people's blood.
Nope.
Nope. That's
No.
how you get hives.
Yep.
Yeah, you get like cancer from that.
All right.
AIDS.
Peeing in litter boxes.
No.
I've done that before.
That
I've
was a
peed
good-
in a washing machine before.
I remember that story. I remember that story.
Oh, I
He was
do.
jacking off to Crash Bandicoot.
And then he was like,
No, that was you jacking.
I
off
did not
to,
jack off to Crash
DK,
Bandicoot.
Donkey
Yeah,
Kong.
Donkey
Hunter
Kong.
jacked off to Donkey Kong.
I
I
jacked
peed
off
in the
to
washing
Donkey
machine.
Kong. I was playing Donkey Kong at the time. I was jacking
No,
off.
you jacked off to the lady Donkey Kong.
We'll
Candy-
get past that.
Candy
we'll get,
Kong.
We'll get past that. But peeing in a litter box. I used to do it. I used to do it all the time.
I did it
when
once.
Because there used to be a litter box in the basement, which is where me and my
Yeah,
brother's
I
room
remember
was.
the
Country
story.
boy,
It's on the
I pee
podcast.
outside.
When going to the bathroom after dark, you would sprint back to bed after flushing so as to not get in trouble or be the reason why you woke other people
Nope.
up. You never went to the bathroom at night and you were like, oh my God, I can't flush.
If there was
these.
ever a
They're
sprint back to bed, it was because there was something in the dark that you had
Same.
to get away from.
Same.
Not because you were worried about waking
I
someone
didn't care
up.
about people. It
I
was
did
the
worry about, like,
the non-people.
Especially when I was at
at
other people's houses, like in the middle of the night going
yeah,
to the
you
bathroom.
peed
I
yourself
didn't
in the
wanna-
closet
That
in
was
a pair of jeans.
one of my sleepovers, first of all.
Yeah, every single sleepover.
Every sleepover I pissed my
He
pants.
had his piss jeans that he just, every time we went to that kid's house, he just peed in the same jeans.
I take them off, put them back in the closet. Anyway, putting goldfish crackers in water before eating them so they'd get a chance to live like a real fish.
Absolutely
No.
not.
Never put
That
your
sounds
goldfish
fucking horrific.
You get a glass of water, eating your goldfish, you put it in the water so it gets to swim around, and you take it out and you eat it.
No.
I've heard of it. I didn't do it though. It's funny.
Who have you heard of that from?
I found a lot of these on like Reddit and stuff. People sharing their stories of things they did.
Yeah, fuck those people.
Running upstairs like a dog.
Yes.
On all
100%.
fours, yeah,
100%. Making marker swords.
Oh, where you like stack them
Connect
on
all the
top of each other?
highlighters
Yeah.
and the markers, and then you swing it
okay.
around and they break instantly.
Absolutely.
Okay. Float like a dead body in the pool.
Yeah,
Yes.
who hasn't?
Okay, cool.
I do that now.
Yeah, I was about
Like
to
in
say
Florida,
that's a recent thing. Watching raindrops fall on windows to see which is fastest.
I did that.
When you're
as
in, like, a
kid.
car
Absolutely.
ride
Yeah,
or-
as a kid,
yeah.
yeah.
100.
Oh, you mean like when they run down the windows?
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that one's winning.
Yeah, not like watching raindrops.
Yeah, I was like, when I was thinking about that, I was like, how the fuck are these people watching?
Are they
these?
watching those raindrops? Yeah. All right. Next one. Putting glue on your hands and tearing it off when it dries.
That's good.
Feels like a
Have you ever
very
done it with hot glue though?
feels like a very Joey
The
thing.
dopamine.
I never
It
did
hits. I did that.
that. Instead of glue, I used to stick pins through my skin and see how many pins I could collect on my hand.
Yeah.
I'd do like one on each fingertip and then try and go to each like different section of my finger.
That's gross. That's for babies. 45 in each fingertip.
45. All right. Poking holes in the toilet
Condoms.
paper or paper towel packaging at stores.
No.
Whenever you saw the tight plastic, you ever want to poke a hole?
No,
I did that shit all the
did
time.
that like when we brought it home.
No.
I did that shit at the store. I still do it now. Like if I'm just like in the like row or the aisle and I'm just like thinking about something like and I'll just like bleep bleep just poke holes. Especially in the toilet papers because there's holes already, so you put your finger through the toilet paper holes. Make a perfect hole. Anyway, using hair clips to clip your mouth.
Yes. As a
I don't
kid,
know
yes.
if I-
You get the big hair clip, you go like this.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I
What about
don't.
Or
orange
you like put it
peels?
on
Yeah.
your ears or like your nose.
I
Orange
can't
peels
remember
in
an
your mouth?
actual instant.
Make a
Orange peels in your
smile?
mouth?
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
make
you're
a
just like-
smile.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
like, I got orange teeth. I don't know if I ever clipped my
Scurvy.
mouth so close with a hair clip.
pulling your last arcade ticket out really slowly to see
So try to pull out
see if
the
you can
next
get
ticket.
another one.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
That seemed like a very Joey one.
No.
I think I've done it once or twice. Yeah. Making potions in the bathroom.
What does that even?
Yeah, or you mix up whatever's
Start
in the medicine
mixing shit
cabinet.
up. You just got shampoo and
Oh,
some
I got
soap.
mom's perfume.
Yeah,
and-
there's like different colors and like all types of shit, and then you just like throw it down the shower drain.
Nope.
Then you end up putting like too many things together, and everyone passes out.
You die because you put bleach and.
But yeah, I remember
ammonia
making
together.
potions. I remember making potions.
I made a real potion. It's mustard gas.
Oh my god! You never did that? You never heard of that? What? All right. Last one. Put your ear in the scissor handles hole.
No, I did
So
put.
the curved part that this part goes into, sticking your
I
ear
did put
into
a
it.
push pin in my ear one time. That was
Push pin
scary.
right in your ear.
Mhm.
You never did that? Just
Nope.
take the scissor. You ever did that?
Mm.
No. Okay. So the reason why I brought up this
Because he did it.
is I did it today, and I got my ear stuck in the scissor.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Like I was just like sitting there on the couch, I'd like done everything I needed, and I was like, huh, can my ear fit in here? And I started putting my ear through, and like, so I put it over the top, and then the bottom, my ear drum, this thing, earlobe, sorry,
Lobe.
my lobe. It was like, it wouldn't go through, and I had to like stick it, and I was like, "Urgh." And then I popped it through, and then it was just on my ear, like pointing straight up, like a Mandalorian, like fucking thing. And I was like, boo, 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 boo. And I was like, okay, it's over. So I was like running my ear under the sink and trying to get it away.
Bro, it really is like that though. When you get like when I push the push pin into my ear. Sorry. When I put that push pin into my ear and it like slid in. It's so fucking terrifying. And I found a ring one time and I put it on and I couldn't get it off.
Couldn't get it off.
It's the scariest shit.
And that's why I brought up the talk. Like, have you ever done some shit like that where you're like, oh shit, why did I do this? Oh god, why did I do this? That's what like all this shit feels like. Is you do that and then you're like, oh my god, why did I do that? I got my ear stuck in the scissors today. Oh, it was too funny. It was funny because I started with this ear and I was like, oh no, the blades are pointing down. They have to point up. And I switched to the other ear. Oh, but yeah. That's why I brought up the topic. I thought it was funny. Can you think of it? Have you ever done anything where you were like, oh my god, why did I just do that?
Be a baller.
Fuck you.
Every decision I've
Eat
ever
weed,
made.
Pussy.
You've just been like, why did I do
money.
that? And you were like, why did I do that?
I was like, damn, bro.
He opened up a store and he was like, why did I do that?
Yeah, the first time like the really smelly guy came in who was like, oh, do you have a
We
Blue
haven't
Eyes
had a
White
really
Dragon?
smelly guy yet.
It was just funny. But anyway, we are wrapping up here to the end. Carter, bring us out.
You know, every Tuesday at around 9 o'clock, like, 9:30 usually.
9 to 9:30,
9 to
sometime in that
9:30, we
range
stream on Melia's channel.
till
We
like
stream
12 o'clock.
Starfinder till like around 12 o'clock to 12:30. We stream Starfinder,
damn.
and that's how you can like interact with chat.
And they can learn about
watch
who?
us. Starfinder.
Learn about who?
All the Starfinders, the Starfinder organization.
Learn about us at OlderNDumber.
Who?
Your mom.
Who?
But every
The Midnight
Tuesday,
Riders.
every Tuesday we
true.
do that, and then every Friday we release a podcast episode.
It's
and
true.
then once a
Also
month
true.
we release a Older and Dumber Gaslight Theater
Maybe.
episode.
I heard May's working on it.
And I believe it is Joey's turn.
Yeah.
Which I think we're watching Taxi.
Nah, I'm
Driver.
gonna pull an audible at the last minute.
Thanks for joining us, Joey. Where can you find all that stuff?
You can get all the updates at Older and Dumber. That's Older, the letter N Dumber. Follow us on all our socials, Twitter, Discord, fucking all the other ones. If you want to support the podcast, you can do that on Patreon. It's the same address, patreon.com/Older and Dumber. What do you fucking want me to call it?
Well,
URL?
Same link.
Same link.
It's
same
not a
name,
link.
Same name.
It's an address.
Same name.
Suck my fucking cock, bro.
Damn, bro.
You can support.
Carter does that slurp. He's got that slurp
You can
3000.
support fucking Glock 3000 at J
Fuck that
Carter
Glock
Rutt. Only on Instagram. You can support Hunter at
I'm
Voice
on
of
Munch,
Hunter.
bro. I'm
Tell
on
him to get
Munch.
some rolls. can support our talented editor, May, the only one that matters, at Mellia. And finally, if you want to see some loot art, you can support me at Slooty Mage.
Thank you all so much for joining us for another episode of Older and Dumber, the podcast about three dumb friends just trying to make it on this planet we call
Earth.
Thank you all so much. You guys are great. Thank you for the continued support. Thank you for listening every single week. Patrons, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Crippler 101, please reveal who you are. It's a mystery.
Was
and
that
it's
Crippler
hurting us.
who posted the comment?
No, it was Blue Kitten
It
Cosplay.
was Blue Kitten
It said that.
Cosplay. Sorry, Blue Kitten Cosplay. Did Crippler comment yet?
I don't know. But thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. You're amazing. We love you. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and we'll see you next week. Usually this is where you go and hit stop recording.
No, he doesn't.